Why are these people not telling proper authorities? Because it's honestly messed up having to tell people on social media about getting like raped or sexually harassed. I know it's normal to tell someone you trust, like a friend or such, but like, why on Twitter? Why make a video about getting raped and sexually harassed just like on Twitter or on Instagram or whatever the hell social media you use? And I think the answer is probably because they want attention to be noticed more. And don't let the title seem misleading to you. I honestly think we need to talk about this because it involves the current events that various communities are facing. But what's up, chill gang, and welcome back to a brand new video. It's been a couple of days and a lot has happened in terms of the drama things. I've been basically getting what I can only assume is a buffet loads of drama. I mean, we have Keemstar planning on leaving in the next 2 years. We have, a lot of sexual harassment allegations going on in Twitter, which we will discuss today. A lot's been going on, and I'll say this now, as I'm recording this video. Last time we talked about Sid Sarah, about how he gave me all this hate and all that, and decided to call me out for my shitpost tweet, I'll say. And basically, if you didn't know already, I'm all about like satire and jokes, and even some offensive jokes and all that, but in the end, they're all jokes. We're just here to like laugh at it and shit like that. But even if I make rants, I just want to say they are rants, meaning stuff I'm complaining about. I don't expect you to just agree with me. I also don't expect people, like, especially that, will just, people okay, will randomly just say, hope you get, like, hate and all that. Anyways, moving forward, I just want to point out that we will be dealing with the drama that's been going on, and I also want to promote hate towards Sid Sarah. As one, he will just remove any comments that's like deemed as hate or spam, and two, we are working on the problem that's been going down, and hopefully everything will be fine. Next, I would like to talk about more into the current events that have been going on. So if you didn't know, which it's been trending, Mixer has been shutting down and moving into Facebook gaming. Ninja and Shroud walked out with millions, and hey, I mean, like, who can blame them, right? For one, I would honestly do the same. And because it is, one, a lot of money that could probably benefit my equipment and such, but also donate, Mr. Beast style, donating like loads of money just to random people on streams or whatever, or just donate to any charity auction. I mean, honestly, I'd probably do that as well because I'm that guy. But with what happened, apparently Mixer is deemed racist, and not only do they appear to not support Black Lives Matter, but they hired okay, so this is to their words, they hired a black man as an employee for Mixer, and apparently the reason for it is because he had, and this is in quotes, I'm not saying this as my own words, but they said that he had street smarts, and personally I find that overly offensive. I'm not trying to say that I'm triggered, but it's just one reason for hiring said guy is just because the guy had quote-unquote street smarts. And I'll be honest, this guy probably has like university diplomas or some college diploma or some form of education and all that, and they were like, no. And so that's actually ridiculous, how people would go that far to say shit like that. Like, I know like Taco Bell is firing employees who support Black Lives Matter, even Starbucks is, but I mean, Starbucks is like one of those basic white bitches like homes or headquarters, where they plan their next pumpkin spice event and shit. I swear, I would say that when pumpkin spice latte is always like a thing at Starbucks, these people are like zombies, they go after that shit like zombies going after them brains, you know what I mean? And it's honestly insane. Anyway, next I want to mention about the sexual harassment. So a lot of people, and I mean a ton of people, are targeting various communities regarding sexual harassment and rape. And honestly, after all I said all that, I just hope this video doesn't get taken down, because now that I said it, I'm expecting, YouTube CEO to probably just take down this video.
Do you want some free COD points? Well, you can get some free COD points right now by clicking the link in the description titled Free COD Points.
Sorry, take down Leafy for randomness. She's taking down my friend Legend's videos. She's taking down like all kinds of stuff. I don't know why YouTube is doing this, but honestly, YouTube is just shit in that sense. But it's better than, moving to Twitch or even Mixer at this point, since Mixer is now partnered with Facebook Gaming. So, that's one thing to think about. So while I'm here, I want to say, yes, this should be taken seriously, like how I said in my intro. I think that, honestly, people aren't taking it serious enough. And, you can't say that they're not just trying to get attention, because honestly, it really seems that way. I think that these people are just trying to get noticed, trying to get all kinds of attention. When it comes to just talking about sexual harassment, okay, first off, it needs to be taken seriously. 100%. I feel like you should never lie about things like that. I think that's just downright wrong. The people who do mention it all over Twitter, it seems like they're just doing it for clout when they can talk to someone they actually trust, like a friend, family member, or even just the rightful authorities. I mean, you know, that's always the smart move you want to do. I don't think you should be famous for being sexually harassed and then go from there. That's like one of the worst ways I can imagine on getting popular. Just saying. So yeah, while I respect how hard it must be to come out and say that, because I get like it's a horrible experience if you got like, you know, raped, sexually harassed, whatever. And I know that what you had to deal with was definitely awful. It can be traumatizing in that sense. I understand that totally. It's just the thing is that it doesn't mean that because one person may have said it that everyone has to come out and just be like, oh yeah, I was too, and even if it was like, you know, maybe 2 years ago or 3 years ago or some shit. And like, I'll say this now, it's becoming to a point where I think that anyone who's talking about sexual harassment, it's becoming a trend where just people are just gonna be like, yeah, I was sexually harassed when they never were, some shit. You know, like how like Katarina was dating like several guys in a row. It's like that, except that in Katarina's situation, it was actually legit. I'm not saying that, you know, people who were sexually harassed weren't legit or anything like that. I'm not against this, but it's just, it seems too fake to just be posting it all over like Twitter and shit like that when you could be actually doing the right thing, you know? Just saying. I don't think people are smart at this point on this day and age, honestly. I mean, it's 2020. No one's smart, you know? Not even me. Now, obviously, all you guys out there, you have intelligence. I know that. You guys all have the IQ, big brain, you know? So I understand that you're all aware that you guys know for sure, 100%, that I'm not against this whole thing. But what I'm trying to say is that I think people should try to relax. So now we're going to talk about Syndicate, because as you know, people have been bringing this up, that Syndicate is apparently going under fire for being what is known as, you know, a rapist and all that. And apparently he was raping a victim or something like that. And while I know it could be true because, you know, nobody should ever have to lie about that stuff, I'd honestly give Tom a chance. I think that Tom deserves to speak on his side of the story. I doubt it could be true because, one, Tom is like one of the nicest guys out there in the gaming community, one of the nicest guys in general. I've been watching him since the old Black Ops 1 challenges. You know, I grew up watching this guy play zombies, and then hearing this now is honestly upsetting to me. But at the same time, I could probably believe it's true because, I mean, some of the things he says, even though it's a joke, it's just kind of questionable. He has done some illegal stuff before, like the CSGO gambling and all that, but I don't think he would go as far to actually, you know, do shit like that. At the same time, I may never know because this is just what I see on the internet, and I don't know what his real life is like. I mean, everyone's different in reality compared to what's on the internet. And while I know that people do try really hard to call out famous people for attention, it could also be one of those cases, you know what I mean? Because Syndicate is pretty popular. You know, who can blame him? He's pretty well known in the gaming community and in the UK. So I think it's only natural that people will try to call him out as well. I mean, not to mention he's also like really underrated in this way. Like if you talked about, say, let's say if you called out KSI saying KSI raped you, you know, there's a high chance that no one's going to believe it because it's KSI, and even KSI would just make a video replying to that saying he didn't do it, and people would believe it, you know, and you never know if it's true or false. But back to what I'm saying, I think the thing about sexual harassment is that it's putting not just gamers out of business, but I think it's putting almost everyone out of business. And I mean, like, the worst part about it is that it was taken so seriously in like 2016, 2018 times where if you even gave someone a high five, it was considered sexual harassment. If you said hello to someone, it was sexual harassment. Hello, you know what I mean? And that's the annoying thing. I don't know, like, what gave people that idea. Like, if you were consenting to the high five, you're obviously gonna high five back, and you're gonna call that sexual harassment. But honestly, I'm going to leave the Syndicate allegations on hold until we hear from Tom himself, because he did say himself on Twitter that he will make a response about it. And hopefully we'll learn more on this whole situation, because it's honestly ridiculous to hear that. Because while I know that Tom is like one of the nicest guys out there, it's also like, I find it slightly hard to believe, but it could be believable because anyone who talks about sexual harassment normally is honest. But if you're lying about it, there's a high chance we're going to hate you anyway. And I mean, it's true. We will anyway. It's just who we are. But honestly, I'm just gonna, yeah, like I said, final note, I'm just gonna leave it on hold. But otherwise, I'm gonna end the video. So if you are new here, subscribe and join the Chill Gang. Social media links in the description, and you know, keep it real, guys. Peace.